Azure portal. What is the email ID? Arfat.
Ansari Arafat.
I think it's ansariarfat7@gmail.com.
Arfat.
Yes, 7,
Seven.
number 7@gmail.com.
Well,
And then the password is SD and then 5 times 2.
S capital.
S capital,
S
D lower,
capital.
yes, D lowercase, and then 5 times 2.
Okay, so I'll log in for me.
Password.
ARAFT Gmail account.
Because I think he always spells it as
Again, just say the password. I think sir, you have this.
Yeah, the username is correct actually.
Username is
He's-
correct. I think the password
Yeah,
again,
it's
sir.
correct.
Just a minute.
Capital S. Capital S and lowercase d.
Yes, it's SD at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir,
Hmm.
S capital D at
Lowercase at the rate.
Yeah, at the
There was
rate.
at the rate.
yes.
S D.
S capital, huh?
Yes.
D at 5 times 2.
Ah, okay.
There we are, right? Okay, now which one you have made so far? Which virtual machine you have made?
Second one. So the first one is the virtual machine and second is the resource group that we used.
Which resource group you have used?
You can go back to the previous screen or it's there on this screen also. New RK. New RK.
Neo RK, it's up. This one is.
Yeah, Rishi Kapoor.
Ritik.
Ritik. Yeah. Okay, so here we have, you have made virtual machines, right? I can see the virtual machine here.
Yes, the one which says test virtual machine, the second logo on the screen. That's
So
the
this is the one,
virtual-
right?
Yes,
So-
that one. That's correct. Yeah. And that was on the subnet one.
Okay, so are you able to connect to this virtual machine?
Yes.
Yes, we can. I can give you the credentials also. Yeah, this is the one with the public IP.
Download, we can download and we can log in, but without download, can't we log in on like on a personal like PC? Just we can type RDP. That also download is Not
What is the
required.
password here?
The password is technology with capital T, rest all lowercase.
Capital T.
Capital T, rest all lowercase, technology at 2024.
At
At 2024. Yeah.
Okay, connected. Now we
Yes,
want
and
to
I
make
think
this as a web server. So if you go to this Chrome here, so this is your local Chrome only.
just wanted to share with everyone that because you have connected to that network now, so I got a message saying you have been disconnected because another connection was made. So I just thought I'll share it with everyone.
Okay. Now if I go here and I go to this Microsoft Edge, Almost. Just wondering why it's showing the local machine.
मैक्सिमाइज और मिनिमाइज करके एक बार देखिए फिर भी ऐसे ही आता है फिर भी वैसे ही आ रही है सर इसका एक ये रहता है टाइमिंग
No problem, Mr. Piping.
I think it's time. Can you just wait for it? Especially now.
सर वीची कोई करके बता सकते हैं उसको गाइड करेंगे सर
Keyboard is working, there is no issue with this.
I see it's hacked. So just
आप बोलिए
it will be okay. So that's good.
I hope we have taken a better virtual machine. Because how much memory is there for this? See that. If it is not a very good machine, then we'll handle it.
Let me check that.
I'm checking. I'm checking here.
Okay. I need to check that under overview, right? Or network setting.
1 GB RAM is installed here.
too less
Okay.
We can change the model. We can just upscale it. Let's try
Okay.
to do that.
Okay. So depending on the load, I mean, this must be.
Okay, without shutting down the system, let's try to upscale it. What happens?
Okay.
Because it's cloud, right? So we
Yes.
can always do something like this. So go to the portal. The portal, right?
yes
And that it has something called
Sir.
size. This size. And this we can go for this 3.5 GB RAM, right? You can choose this.
Yeah.
it will be chargeable sir
And it will charge from Arfan's credit card. So
but that will be better if once we use this and we stop the machine like after use
Yas is very much worried about Arfan. Arfan is
no sir once this got over no problem Arfat will shut down एक महीने के अंदर ही उसने खत्म खुद के यूज करने
it
लगी
doesn't get over. That's my अभी तक तो खत्म नहीं होगा कभी इतना. तो देखो इतने दिन से यूज कर कितना हुआ है अभी 15,000 something showing है. How much is used? One month.
How time limit, right?
Yeah, 1 month. Yeah.
So after that means you have to again.
I have shared a new GIF for him
three
in
things
the team chat.
Yes, shared a new GF. There was one movie, long time back when 1 crore was a very big amount.
yes yes back back
Now 1 crore is like people
Yeah,
just
I
find it
remember.
easily.
Yeah, I remember the first KBC had started with 1 crore.
So now 1 crore is a small amount now.
Very small amount.
So in that movie, it showed that one person, was given 1 crore rupees to spend, and he has to spend in one month. Okay, but he cannot donate. He has to actually spend, and he tried everything, but he could not spend whole 1 crore. So same thing is here. We are given
Yeah,
60,000 rupees.
still.
Do anything, it doesn't get spent. Okay, it's like that.
Now 1 crore in 1 week can't get over. Can't get over.
Yeah, 1 crore we can spend in one night.
Yeah.
एक फ्लैट लिया तो खत्म हो जाता
And these days you get a
खरीदने का
3
नहीं,
week.
उसमें spend करने हैं, spend on yourself, spend for something.
And
You're supposed to buy this early. Eating, having fun. Yeah.
yeah, and nowadays you get a 3 BHK flat and you're only left with probably 5 or 10 lakhs then. शायद उतना भी नहीं. If the area is really good, you have to put in your own money on top of that 1 crore.
Yes, correct.
Things are getting very. Yeah.
ऐसी कोई वैल्यू नहीं, नो वैल्यू.
Yeah, like, resize, why resize button is having the prices are still. Like, because it's to restart it, stopping the virtual machine may reveal additional flags. Okay, let's stop the machine.
Actually, they made everything
I
so
think
easy that
It's restarted. I think it's
Yeah.
restarted. That machine restarted for us because
it
the
disconnected.
desktop, right?
Yeah, it disconnected on your screen.
Typically,
Actually, they made it so simple that if we want to
check
check
here.
something, yeah. They made it so easy we can directly just put anything on the search bar and we can find
yes, it is updated.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 GB memory. It's updated. Right?
0.5. Yeah.
I think the machine is restarted or something.
So it's done.
Let's connect. and see.
You can refresh it. Unsupported by plan, just in time policy.
It was already downloaded, so stop it. Start again.
Each कंपनी फास्ट बचाने के लिए उसको शेड्यूल टाइम करके रखा. वर्चुअल मशीन्स कुछ है, वर्चुअल मशीन्स है कंपनी के, तो कॉस्ट कट मतलब मैनेजमेंट के लिए पर टाइम सेट करके रखा है, शेड्यूल टाइम. तो वो अपने आप शट होता है, डाउन होता है, फिर अपने आप स्टार्ट होता है.
Sanjay has shared the script. So what is he doing actually, this guy? Hunting levels. Actually, अच्छा, okay, they are in dark. Both are, oh, both have power cuts.
अच्छा,
That's how quickly I realized.
पावर कट है फिर भी मोबाइल चल रहा है. बैटरी से
ऋतिक, आप हो क्या चले गए?
गए थे से भेजना.
आई एम हियर सर. बैटरी चार्ज था मेरा इसलिए चल रहा है.
हरपत बेचारे का क्या हो रहा है?
नोटिफिकेशन 3 नोटिफिकेशन हैं. कैपिलॉट के पास एक स्टॉप हो गया, एक रीसाइज हो गया. रीसाइजिंग अभी हो रहा है क्या सर अभी तक?
रिसाइकलिंग
हमने बीच में ही शट डाउन कर दिया, इसलिए वो स्टार आईडी से कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा. अभी कुछ भी कम बाकी होगी ना, इसलिए.
resizing took time, right?
So we must wait for that complete. 15,000 ऐसा खत्म होगा. साल लेकिन एजोर का ये वाला फीचर अच्छा है ना सर,
क्या?
स्टूडेंट्स के लिए लर्न करने के लिए एटलीस्ट.
Have you made one more virtual machine here?
Yes.
When
But that machine has no public IP.
Yes,
It is-
that is the second one. Yeah,
doesn't have public IP.
public
Yes.
IP. Yeah.
Because it is on the same network, same subnet,
Mhm.
same subnet.
No, actually, I think by mistake he deleted that IP address, that public IP.
No,
There is one box here, I'm checking.
there are two subnets under same VNet, virtual net. Right, there is a virtual network. Under that virtual network, there are two subnets according to rhythm. Right. Under two subnets, then each subnet has one
Machine.
machines. So for one subnet, the machine which it has, that is has public IP, right? RDP. So the second subnet, the machine which has, it does not have the private, but it has private.
It has private.
But public. It should have
Should have.
the same as second machine has, right?
No, it has same IP address of the private IP address, same range, or in another subnet. That subnet has private IP address.
We can give the public IP now also. If you can check network settings. That public IP address is in configure one for. Click here, it will take a new public IP.
Yeah, we are actually clicked on configure, but we were not sure exactly how, I mean, what sort of IP to give it. So
It's database subnet. It is on the database, that is why it is private, no sir. Database should always be private. It should not be exposed publicly. Or we can
So
give
you put it in which network? The
subnet, no? Subnet is database. So database is always a private one, no, sir.
yeah, that is what
It is not giving public IP. Is it correct, sir?
it's up to us now, but you did not select it that time. This what is why it's taking time also. Just
because I think it depends on an organization whether they want to keep the database as a private network or they want to make it accessible to others
restart
also.
option is active here.
No, that means it starts. Then.
Now it's
No,
working.
sir, it's running then.
It's
Sir, click on there, no?
Get the notification.
It's
Both the tasks are running.
Sir, refresh it, no? It is cut the notification. Just cancel this.
Which one?
No, notification, just cut this one. Yeah. This
Click
one.
on the cross here.
Then refresh it, sir. This refresh. Yeah.
Next to
This
the
one?
delete button.
refresh.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Resize.
Resize.
Success. Acha, it has done the resize.
Sometime when it takes, no, so refresh it.
So resize is done now.
Yes. You
You can click
keep
on the
refreshing, no?
notification
It will-
icon once again. Yeah.
And stopped also, which is success.
success.
So the 6 are done.
refresh to it's done. Now we can go ahead.
Now it's running.
Now it's running, sir.
Running, okay. Let's connect it.
Yes.
We have the
TV.
That will be.
But have you given that IP address to public IP to this virtual machine?
Hmm?
This is the second virtual machine.
no, first one.
So this is the no, this is the second one, sir.
This is the
The
second one.
machine which has only private IP.
Sorry.
The down one has the test virtual machine.
Actually,
Which
that's the
one?
reason I named the second one as virtual test 2 so that it's easier to remember.
So on the download folder now, we had that one.
This one, no?
Second, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Static. It's not static.
Stopped it is not first you have to start.
Yes, yes, please start. Starting. That's notification.
Now it will run a little faster.
Yeah.
That's started now. It's running faster because it is resized.
बहुत ज्यादा ही फोर्स कर रहे हो थोड़ा तो आइडिया नहीं प्लीज
फोन पे आएगा.
We will ask Arfat to add more money to the account so it works faster.
मतलब थोड़ी देर में कॉल करते बोलना सर से बात करना पड़ेगा इसलिए कि मुझे फीस का आइडिया नहीं है बोलना.
Arafat अमीर है.
आपको देता हूँ नाम मत बोलो. आई डोंट हैव आइडिया. मुझे कंसर्न पर्सन से बात करना पड़ेगा. मैं आपको रिपोर्ट करता हूँ. कौन सा कोर्स करना है उनको.
पावर भी है
हाँ वरना आपको रिवर्ट बैक करता हूँ कंसर्न पर्सन से.
Arfat will call his bank next month to block his card.
What?
Arfat will call his bank next month to block his card.
Bankrupt हो जाएगा.
Because I was saying we'll ask him to add more money to make the network a little faster.
Started.
Let's connect.
And now we have his Gmail login ID also.
Yes. That guy is not there on call, so you guys are taking advantage of it. Yeah. So what is the password?
This is the first one, right? This is technology at T
T
capital.
capital.
Yeah, technology at 2024.
Technology.
Actually, yeah, looking at the IP address at 2024. Yeah, this is the first one. Sorry. This is the first one.
Yeah. So this is which you are saying. That's the email password.
Hmm?
That's it. Such.
So in the office, whenever we connect to any hospital's database, this server manager always comes up, always.
Yeah. So now this is connected properly.
Yeah.
Now we can go to this. It will respond faster now because 3.5 GB memory, right?
Yes.
Sir, Ritik, what you were saying about the server manager?
Yes. Now here.
I was saying in the office, whenever we connect to any hospital's database, this server manager always comes up, always.
Yeah, that's the first thing. No, that server has this server manager.
Correct,
Because
correct.
it's
Yeah.
pop-ups whenever I connect to any virtual machine. no?
Okay. See now when I say type local host, so it will not give anything here because it is not a web server. So what we do is we will install the web server. So for that we go to server manager. This is server manager. That we go to manage,
Okay.
add roles and features. Okay. So in that we will
See next.
just because it's faster, right? Much faster.
Yeah, it's very good.
Web server like this. Add features. Like us. Just
That is fine.
Don't become a niggas.
install. So you say restart destination server if required. Automatically it will restart. Install.
सर ये क्या करता है आपने जो अभी किया है क्या लोकल होस्ट पहले तो सर्वर मैनेजमेंट ओपन हुआ आपने कैंसिल कर दिया फिर बाद में लोकल होस्ट आपने किया तो वो नहीं कनेक्ट हो रहा था लोकल होस्ट तो आप इधर आए और किए तो ये क्या करता है सर इंस्टॉल करता है क्या?
Web server हम install कर रहे हैं local. Web server means what? If you want to launch any application, web application, you need a web server. Okay. Web applications, the softwares nowadays, if you make any software which is web based, it will work only on your local system. Okay. But if you want the whole world
Make it
to
up
हम्म,
on internet.
if you want the whole world to use it, then you have to launch on the web server.
तो वो वर्चुअल मशीन के वेब सर्वर पे मैनेजमेंट वो करना पड़ेगा तब होगा
So IIS is the famous web server for Microsoft. IIS is the famous
वेब सर्वर
web server for Microsoft company.
Sir, IS stand for?
Internet Information Service.
Okay.
The famous thing for
IS.
ये वर्चुअल मशीन पे होना चाहिए कंपनी का एप्लीकेशन है वो एक्सपोज हो सकते
there are two popular web servers. One is IIS, which is for Microsoft, and other is Apache, which is for Linux.
हैं
So these two are popular web servers in the world. So most of the web applications they will either work on the IIS or they will work on Apache.
सर ये एंजिनिक्स क्या है एंजिनिक्स
Nginx. Nginx.
एंजिनिक्स NGINX
In what context it is?
क्योंकि भी एक एप्लीकेशन है सर्वर टाइप में
Okay, see the IIS is installed now. Now to check whether it's working properly or not, so it has got a default website, okay, so which we can access like this. We can just go to the browser, close this, and go to the Internet Explorer here again. And if I type here localhost, so it is going to work. It will give us the default web page. Sorry. The default web page is coming. It's like welcome in 14 languages. So this is the default website.
अच्छा
Now this website should work from anywhere, okay, from any part of the world because we have launched it on the web server, right? But let's see whether it's happening or not. Let us try that. So for that, I
We
will,
need the public ID.
yeah, I'll just close this. I'll go to this overview. I'll take the public IP of this. This is a public IP address. And I'll go to browser here. In private browser. It's like a new incognito window. And here I'll put it. It's like from different system I'm trying.
Yeah.
So it will not find it because there's no permission. It will give
Yeah.
permission issue. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is we have to give the permission. So how to do that? So if you go here, and over here, if I go to this network security group, so there's something called NSG, network security group. Okay. So this network security group is like a mini firewall. So I'll open this. And in that, see, RDP protocol is allowed, but HTTP protocol is not allowed. So I'll go to settings, go to inbound security rules. Are you guys listening?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'll go there and then I will just put a add thing. Any source, this thing, destination. Okay, port number 80. I add this. And there is something called priority here. So allow this 310 it's taking. 310 means it will go after this. So whenever any traffic comes, these are like firewall rules. This energy is like a small mini firewall. So it will just check the rules whether this is allowed or not. So I'll add this. So it's added. This rule is added now. So now if I go to that incognito window and let's see what happens. Here if I go and if I refresh it.
It's refreshing by.
Okay, it's refreshing. Let's see.
Once it is updated over there, here also it will pop up. HTTP इसके लिए काम होता है सर। एक और है जैसे वो वर्चुअल मशीन में जाके सेटिंग्स में जाके वहां पे भी इनबाउंड रूल आता है सर
इसमें
वर्चुअल
ठीक है,
मशीन
coming.
के हाँ पर्टिकुलर वर्चुअल मशीन
So it's working now.
हाँ.
You can try this IP address on your mobile also. Just try. Go to your mobile browser and just put this IP address. So you'll be able to see this website. Okay, so it will work anywhere in the world now.
which
You can call your friends abroad also. Ask them, give this IP. It will open.
it's a 20 वाला IP 20
Manoj, I had a doubt here. So as far as I know, we usually add HTTPS to make it an encrypted address. Is that
It
correct?
is
I
by
mean, to say,
default.
make it a safe. Make
Yeah,
it safe. right?
that is okay. If you want to make it secure, then you have to put some certificates and all. That's a different thing. But the basic thing is
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay. What I'm trying to understand is
Thank you, sir.
usually when we use
Yes,
HTTP instead of HTTPS, does that always mean that it's not a secure connection?
20.197
Sorry, when you was?
I was
Sorry?
saying, let's say
saying?
when we use HTTP instead of HTTPS, does that always mean that it's a non-secure connection?
Yeah, it is non-secure. HTTPS means
Yeah.
S for secure. Using something called as SSL protocol.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. Because as much as I've heard, it basically adds an encryption to the address, right, to make it secure.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so it's working anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Did you check on your mobile? Ritik?
Yes.
I'm checking it right now on the phone.
Yes, these two guys have checked. They're happy, very happy.
Yeah, we are very happy.
Very most happy.
So you can see that this is available all over the world now.
Yes.
Now I'll do something more on this. After this, I'll show you what.
Sure.
Now we are accessing by IP address, but now we will give a name to it. So it's called DNS, Domain Name Service, right? So using the name also it will access. So we have to create a DNS name for this. How to create, I'll show you.
So like google.com.
Yeah. But this is like Microsoft's domain we are using, so Microsoft's name will come there. But if you have your own domain, like we have softwoodscomputers.com,
Mhm.
so we can do with that also.
Again, what you say again, this is Microsoft.
Using
We are using Microsoft. That's why what it become, it will not be like
domain
.com.
Microsoft. But if you want your own organization domain, so that is also option is there. You got it?
Ibrahim, I can give you an example here. So I learned this 2 years ago when I was preparing for Microsoft 365 interview. So every website we give it a name, but in the backend it is only recognized by IP address. We
Yeah.
give it a name so that it becomes easier for us humans to access the IP address. I mean, access the website. So that's the reason sir was saying that we can give it a name. So currently we only have the IP address, but you can give it a name. Let's say, for example, softtools.com for us to understand in the common language. But in the
Remember.
in the back end, every website has an IP address.
Yeah, my question was is said that we cannot give .com, .in like this.
We can,
We can-
that is very nice.
We have to have a registered domain name, then you can register that domain name in Azure also. So it's called custom domain name. So if you do that, then we can give names from that also.
And that we'll see later on.
No, that you have to purchase those domains, right?
पैसा दो पैसा दो
Okay, so
I
I'll
think,
show you. I'll
if I'm
show you
not-
how to do it.
Yeah.
Just a second. Just give me a moment.
Yeah.
Guys are
Oh.
getting very greedy now.
Yeah.
proud.
Manoj, if I'm
Okay.
not wrong, that's what they do. We have this, you must have heard of the website GoDaddy. They give a domain to your business. So that's what they
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Yeah, correct.
Sir, one more question.
Say it's easy to access by name, then IP address, right? We are
Correct,
bad at
correct.
numbers.
Numbers, yeah.
Okay. So we forget numbers, right? Even my house phone number, my daughter's phone number, I don't know. One day my phone crashed, so I don't know whom to call. I don't remember the number also.
Numbers.
We had one phone at our home landline. We disconnected now, but one day all my family members they said, "You please remember this phone number." They made me sat on the dining table and they all surrounded me and says, "Come on, memorize this number." I memorized it for a few days and again forgot. So it's like that. So numbers we can't remember, but names you can. That's why in your mobile also we have contacts, right? So
Yeah.
the contact name when you hit, what happens? That name converts to phone number and connects. So same thing is for the network also. The
DNS.
DNS is working the same way. We are sending a name to IP address. So when you type that name converts to IP and you connect. Clear?
Well, it makes sense.
Okay, so let's go to this machine. That's virtual
Sir,
machine.
one more question.
Yeah.
My question is like we are adding protocol or the HTTP, that thing in NSG, but under the same virtual machine, there is also one option for this to add these things.
On virtual machine.
Huh?
Yeah, the rules, these are firewall rules. Either you can put on energy on virtual machine also we have the rules, but it is open. So those rules are open. So we are controlling everything from this energy. So while we created the virtual machine, we created the energy also. And energy we can put it on a subnet level.
Yes, yes.
So it depends where you want to attach energy. You want to attach energy only to a single system or to the whole subnet. So we attach to a subnet. When you do that, then it will control all the resources in that subnet. This rule will be applicable to all resources in that subnet.
Particular subnet.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it's up to us where to apply the energy.
This NSG is connected to all the subnets in our case.
We can check here.
Yes, sir. How to check?
Just a second. We go to security and see what is there in that settings. And in energy, we can check. Just a second, I'll show you.
I think in network settings.
No, go to energy only directly. In resource group, the energy is created now. This is the resource group, right? That we have energy created. Just a second.
There is NSG also. Yes,
Where?
the same one.
Hmm?
Down, NSG. NSG is the
First one, no. Here. NSG.
NSG. Yes.
Where is it?
See also. NSG.
Number three.
This one.
Number
So we go here. And in that we can check where it is connected. Just a second. Properties, fields, settings in launch. That is subnets. Yes. It's connected. You have attached to a virtual machine, not to subnet level.
Yeah, it's virtual machine.
So that's why when I go to subnet, it doesn't show anything. We can associate to a subnet. We can say associate. And we can specify which subnet we want to associate with. We can put it for front end. So it will associate there. Okay. So anything you put in the front end, this
If you have
energy
this
is gonna,
energy,
yes, this energy is going to work. This we can remove if you want, you know.
And once we remove that machine, so this site will not work, no?
It will still work now because it is under that subnet, no? Let us try. Network interface.
it was decent if you have
Ways to delete network,
virtual machine.
it's not
They're saying
deleting
it is
now.
used by existing resource.
Okay.
So resource group at the level that we have to go and from there we have to delete. I think so.
None. This we are
Uh,
setting the property of energy, no? Maybe if
Actually,
we stop the virtual machine and do it, then it will happen.
can you
It is
click
in
on
use
the
now. That network interface is in use at the moment, so that's why it's not allowing you to delete it.
Manoj, if you don't mind, can you click on the delete option once again?
Yeah.
You can click on yes. There's just that last line I wanted to read once again. In order to delete the network, it must be dissociated from the resource. Okay.
We need to disassociate. Then we can. Right, correct, sir. Your point is correct. Correct.
Yeah. So if we shut down the system, we'll try that later.
We can shut down or detach from
Wait
that.
wait a minute, dear. Wait a minute. हाँ, गड़बड़ करते हैं। हाँ बोलता है मीटिंग में तो चुप बैठता है उधर जाके लोग पूरा बड़ा से इधर निकलता है
Excited.
उधर बोलने नहीं मिलता तो इधर आके पूरा चाव 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 सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन ये पूछता है ऑलराइट तो यहाँ पर आ गए okay what I was telling you is the DNS see DNS name you see here not configured so go there we can configure DNS okay so here we can put a name I'm just checking for the custom DNS just a second. Suppose you have purchased some domain name, then what to do in that case? So there's something called as custom DNS. I'm just looking for that option here. Where is that option? If you have purchased a DNS for a company, then you can use the custom DNS. GoDaddy. Okay. There are many web servers from where you can purchase. Okay, so here I will give some DNS name. Say SFT Pune. Sorry. So this will be my new name, right? sftpune.centralindia.cloudapp.azure.com, correct? So I'll save this. Let's see. Saved. So this is the DNS name for that virtual machine. Now using this DNS name also you can actually access. Are you able to access using the name also?
Yes. Now this is the DNS name only.
Yeah, so using the full name, like what is the full name now?
Full name now it's FFT Pune dot Central India dot Cloud App. Yes. Same.
Yeah, this one. SFT Pune dot Central India dot Cloud App dot Azure dot com.
Yes.
Now,
मशीन ऐसा काम करता है.
so,
Manoj, I had a question. Now that we have created this web server, hello.
Yeah.
I I just wanted to check. Can you just show us the selections that we made under
this
the
one, no? My Bluetooth hotspot. Take hotspot.
Under what?
under the server manager inside the
That
remote
feature.
desktop? I just wanted to see what all selections we made under the server manager.
Yeah, I'll show you that. Just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, see now here I'll go to incognito window, and over here I will just put the name. Look here.
Yes.
This is the name, right? SFT Pune dot Central India dot Cloud App dot Azure dot com. So enter. So it will open by name also now. Continue. It says not a secure connection. I say continue. No problem. So here it is. All right.
Yes.
So it's working by name also. Okay. Now your question is this, right? If I come here and if I
Server manager.
go to server manager,
what do you want to do, sir?
problem is this is here it is. Server manager. I want to know the option which I chose for installing the website. We go to manage, add rules and features.
Okay.
So it's taking time to add roles and features.
Screen saver, yes.
It is asking to replace.
Yeah, it's asking to wait for some time. Just a second.
Now you can.
Yeah. So
Say
here if you
next.
go next,
Like us,
Next.
yes.
and here, scroll
Here
down.
you can use this web server IIS. This you have to install. Okay.
Okay.
So this role you need to install to do the task. Clear?
Yes.
And when we click, when we select that install IIS install, it will install it on this IP session that we are logged into, right? .121. As if it's downloading a file, will it install it that way or?
In this particular server it will install.
Inside this server, right?
But
Okay.
just this server will become a web server because you're
Web
putting
server.
this role,
Okay.
assigning this role to it. So it becomes a web server.
Web server. And that's how, in a way, that is how we are making it a public IP.
Public IPs, I didn't.
Yeah, sorry, this one was already a public IP, correct, the first one.
Server is a system with Windows operating system, and in that you can assign any role. If you assign a role of web server, it becomes web server.
Web server, okay.
If you assign a role of FTP, it becomes FTP server. Like
FTP server, okay. So because
if
we
you
have made
assign
it
the role of DNS, it becomes DNS server.
DNS, okay.
So server is a system. It's a server operating system, and in that we can install number of services.
Services,
If you install a web service, it becomes web server. If you install a FTP service, it becomes FTP server. So what services it gives, based on that you.
okay.
So a particular server can be a different type of servers in this way. मतलब अभी वेब सर्वर बनाए वही वेब सर्वर को हम लोग FTP सर्वर कैसे भी बना सकते हैं सेम एक ही में क्या अलग अलग वर्चुअल मशीन बना के सकते हैं.
Any what?
I'm saying that so for this server we configured as a web server. So same web server.
Can we
same
configure another
can
service?
configured FTP
Yeah,
also.
one server can give many services also. If you install
It
FTP,
depends
also
on the
it becomes-
configuration of the server.
Yeah, it will work as FTP server also, web server also. It depends on that. How many services you install. But normally the trend is like one server install only one service.
Mhm.
And that's why we have virtual system, now virtual server, that you just configure server minimum configuration. What is necessary for that? Minimum memory, minimum resources. So it will do just that job. But yes, to your question, it is possible that on one server you can install many
Different
services.
So according to that services, we have to resize also.
Yes.
Yes. So जैसे हमने manage में गया वैसे ही FTP के लिए भी है.
हाँ, उसमें कितने सारे roles है. You have seen that. If you go to this server, there are so many roles. If you go to manage, add roles and features. So just look at so many roles you can assign. Think all these, so many roles are there. So it can do all the services it can provide. It can be DNS server, DHCP server, network controller, remote access server, desktop server.
What is those active? Means those are active on this server.
Active Directory services, Active Directory domain service. If you want to make this as AD, Active Directory server, you can do that also on premises. And on premises, we do this. No, supposing you want to make Active Directory on premises, then we have to install this role. Okay, clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
fine.
Any questions? Will you do it yourself now?
Yeah.
Yes. And stop sharing this. Then later on, I can show you that even that in energy we can control, like from where you can access this web server. Now we have open to all world, right? But if you want to open to only a particular IP address, that is also possible. It will work from only one location. Okay. Now we have opened it to the whole world, right?
Yeah.
So anybody from the whole world can access this. If you have any friend in Sudan, ask him to give this URL. He will be able to open this. Okay.
Only to that particular part.
Huh?
Region, particular region.
Anywhere in the world it will open now. But if you want to restrict your particular network, you can do that by configuring the NSG. If you see the NSG rule there,
TCP है अलग-अलग बहुत सारे. Those are called protocols, no, sir. Those are called protocols.
Just a second.
So much is connected to test archive unit.
Here we go to
Yes.
NSG, inbound security rules. So if you see here this rule which he created,
Yes.
any source, any destination. But if you want, we can change this to a particular IP address, particular network. Only from my IP address, only I will be able to access. Right? You can give all of these. You can restrict from where it is accessible. Okay, by configuring the rules. Got it now?
वो डेस्टिनेशन क्या है सर जहाँ से हम लोग डेस्टिनेशन वाला ऑप्शन व्हाट इज दैट ऑप्शन
From here to what? Where it is going. Source means from where the traffic is coming, and destination where the traffic is going.
so here which is the source and which is the destination like what
By default now it's any.
ah
Just we're controlling the service. That's what we are doing. Got it?
you said the example is like for a particular person a particular IP address needs to be accessed so in which where in source, if we put my IP or any other IP, that particular IP address will going to access.
Yes.
Right.
So for
And in
example,
destination-
you know what is public IP and private IP? I taught
Yeah.
you, right?
Yes.
So what I'll do is I will say I can access only from our public IP, our office public IP. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's see. What is my public IP? I'll just check from here. Just a second. This guy is coming in between. अरे सुफिया मेरा टिफिन आया क्या? टिफिन नहीं है।
Let's see. Let's see.
हाँ, बताओ बताओ। Okay, so if I say here, this is my public IP. Detecting the public IP.
Detecting. Google for a public IP and your access card. Select command. Security लगा कर ऐसे detect कर.
So this is my public IP before, right? So I'll copy this IP. So I will say that access only from this. So it will access only from our office. Yeah, office internet. If I go here and do where is that gone? Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Here I'll choose IP addresses and I'll put this one, right?
Yes.
Save. So now it will not access from your mobiles unless you're connected to Wi-Fi here. Wi-Fi create connect किया कि इसका तुम्हारा मोबाइल पे नहीं
नहीं,
किया
अभी मेरा कनेक्ट हुआ, मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ.
मोबाइल पे कनेक्टेड है आप
नहीं, मैं पहले अभी नहीं कनेक्ट है, बाद में कनेक्ट करता हूँ. अभी तो मेरे से चेक करता हूँ, फिर बाद में कनेक्ट करके मैं चेक करता हूँ. I don't think it's your also.
Yes, same only from the next class.
It's for us. I don't know why this confused. It's not reachable. It's
Not reachable.
I will connect to now your this thing. Connect to our this one.
I don't consult.
Sir will provide.
It's not reachable.
So connect to now Wi-Fi.
You don't know about
Our apps. Sir.
तो दिया है कि क्रेडेंशियल उसने फिट किया है क्या आपको मोबाइल पे
पहले नहीं, मैंने लैपटॉप के लिए लिया था. एक बार.
I think it stopped working in your computers also, right, guys? In your Ritik and Sanjay.
I'm trying that just now on the phone.
You have to refresh. Just close the browser and again try.
Yeah.
Because it will there in the cache.
It was not opening in my phone too.
It will not open because I have restricted to only the office thing, right? So it's working only here. See, my PC is working, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But again, I'll make it any. So again, it will work. Shall I make it any again?
But can I have password code?
मेरा भी
Uh,
ख्याल करो यार, इतना ख्याल
So,
रखना दोबारा
so Ritik, what was the message that you got on the browser? Did it say this site cannot be reached or something like that?
It's not opening, no? The thing is, it's not opening, correct?
Yeah, I think that bar which we see when we open any URL, it's just stuck. It's not loading at all.
Correct, it's not.
Okay.
But now,
I
I will change. I'm changing the setting again. So now just see. I'll try. I'll go back here. Is it working now?
so I got the message. It cannot be reached. I'm trying to refresh.
Refresh and do.
I was expecting this message earlier, but it was taking a lot of time to show me that screen. So let's see.
Getting connected very well.
I think I'll have to delete the cache memory. It's still showing as cannot be reached. I have to delete the cache data.
So.
Both implementation. Fast. I say this.
Yes, anytime for you. Come to my room. There you will get
My favorite thing.
you will get free Wi-Fi.
I feel on this.
You can come. Come to my
This is my
society.
favorite thing.
Which favorite?
Chelsea.
New Zealand.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I only got for Chelsea.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So is still
You want us just to write this right now, or
Hmm?
you want us just to write right now, or?
Okay for today.
Yeah, it's okay for today. The one I was asking, like,
Sir,
I've
Thank you,
taken
sir.
long time.
हमने इनबाउंड में चेंज किया आउटबाउंड का क्या है सर?
Outbound, we are not
You don't
much worried about outbound. We are more worried about inbound because security comes from inbound, right?
Yes.
Outbound, you want to access everybody.
Okay.
The other guy will put the security. Mostly we focus on the inbound, not in the outbound. Outbound rules also you can specify like what this virtual machine can access from outside. We can put some outbound rules also if you want.
Okay.
I think I'm still unable to access it. So just trying it once again.
Yes.
Think you must have put different the domain name, some mistakes.
There's some mistake with the domain name or something.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, dear.
It was very enjoying class. We enjoyed a lot.
Sir,
Huh.
thank you, sir.
Okay, dear. Chalo.
Thank you.
Okay, Manoj. Thank you so much.
Last class. What have you covered?
Into last classes.
बोलता हूँ मैं आपको.
Yes, sir. I'll leave.
Bye, guys. Happy
Thank you
weekend.
very much. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
Okay, but Sanjay, are you able to access or no?
Not really. So I'll try to. I think I'll have to delete the cache memory once again. Just
So
try.
try to access the IP address then. IP address.
Yeah. Can you give me the IP address?
27 197.
That public IP.
Virtual machine में जाना
I think it
पड़ेगा.
was. I think it was 20.197.47.120. Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Yes. Down.
20.197.47.121.
Yeah. When I tried it with the IP just now, it worked.
So the domain name you may not be putting correctly there. Put the domain name correctly. This is the domain name.
Yeah.
This properly.
Actually, yeah, the domain name is already there on my browser history. I mean, the moment I type SFT, it automatically comes up. But let me
It
try.
maybe got cached then.
Yeah, it could be
got cached,
possible.
that's why.
Yeah, I deleted the cache memory twice, but for some reason
So
it's
put
still.
manually, no, put manually once again sft pune dot
Yeah, let
central
me try.
India dot. again.
Yeah, that could be possible because it must be taking the
Yes.
previous one from the cache memory. That could be possible.
Correct. That might be wrong one. Can just put it, no?
Yeah. Yes, I'm just typing that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the previous one could be the restricted one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked now when I typed it again. So I think it was just taking it from the cache memory, the previous
Yes, yes.
stored memory. Yeah.
Ah.
That is the thing.
And we made that a private one. The cache one was later made as a private network. So I think that was the reason it wasn't working
Yeah.
because that
Sir,
was the stored address.
सर वो प्राइवेट वन के बारे में कुछ बोलिए ना सर.
हम्म?
प्राइवेट था ना एक बनाया हमने उसके अंदर, तो वो क्या था?
कौन सा?
जो प्राइवेट आईपी है ना इसके अंदर, हमने पहले
नेक्स्ट टाइम करते हैं ना उसको.
अच्छा.
Alright, dear.
Yes, Manoj. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Happy weekend.
So last year me.